Hey, welcome back, Rankers. Recording from home today. It's Easter Monday. No one's in the office, so I thought I'd record here. Hope you had a great Easter. Hope you had a safe one. Hope it was tremendous. Mine was. I want to talk to you a little bit about a story I wrote on last Thursday afternoon, just before we broke up for Easter. There's a big road in Australia, and it's called the Princes Highway. Now, the Princes Highway stretches from Sydney all the way across to Western Australia. It's thousands of kilometres long. And along the way, it is basically, it's renaming different roads along the way, okay? It's not just one stretch of road. It's all these other roads linked together to form the Princes Highway. So in Victoria, for instance, a large part of the Princes Highway is called Dandenong Road. Now, if you were to type 1000 Dandenong Road, Clayton into Google, it would give you the right location. If you were to type 1000 Princes Highway into Clayton, which should be the same address, it does not give you that address. It actually gives you an address that it says is actually in Huntingdale, which it's not. It is actually in Oakleigh. And this is a problem for a number of reasons, as you might imagine. Let's just say you're using the Google Maps product as a navigation tool. Many people do. And you type that in, you would actually end up at a little place called Gary and Warren Smith Honda in Oakleigh. Not Huntingdale, not Clayton. Now, how do we know this? It happened to one of my clients' customers, because we have a client who has a business on Dandenong Road, or Princes Highway, as they call it on their site, with structured data. And incidentally, if you've got a problem with Google Places, and if you're trying to work out the difference between these terminology, this is the way I'm using them. Google Maps is just purely for maps data. Google My Business is for all your business data, all your address information, your opening hours, areas of geographic areas you service, those sorts of things. And then Places is the search, locals is also known as local search results. So the things that come up in local search. So, and that is a marriage, if you like, of the Google My Business data and the Google Maps data. Now, the reason this is a big deal is because there are thousands of businesses along that stretch of highway that would be getting affected by this glitch in the Google data. In fact, if you are having problems with Google local search and your business isn't appearing, quite often it's because the Google Maps data or the information listed in Google My Business is not the same. And there could be little discrepancies from it. So depending on where Google's drawn their data from. So I'll give you an example. Our address in Mount Waverley is 2A14 Lionel Road, Mount Waverley, Victoria. However, it was listed originally in Google Maps as FCY 2A14 Lionel Road. We found out that FCY was an abbreviation of factory, and for some reason Telstra and their old databases had our address listed as a factory. Anyway, we fixed that and we started appearing in Places. Up until that point though, until we got rid of that FCY, we weren't appearing in Places for our current address. And it can be, we've seen businesses not appearing because of simple things just like commas or ampersands or pluses or semicolons that were different to what their actual address is. And you've also obviously got to get the structured data on your own website so it marries up. So this is affecting a lot of businesses, but not just this address. So I'll give you an example. So I've put in here 1000 Princes Highway. I'll put in Clayton. And we will remove that information because Google's put that in there itself. And I'm saying, take me to 1575 Princes Highway, Oakleigh, Victoria, and I'll take out the Victoria and the postcode. We'll see what it does. So it says automatic, it just changes both of them as you just saw to Huntingdale, and it puts us back here, which is actually 1575 Princes Highway, Oakleigh. And if we zoom in, you can actually see that. And then at the same address, if I was to click on this guy here, There it is, 1575 Dandenong Road, Oakleigh. So if you are having a problem, and this affects every suburb from Malvern East through to Clayton. So certainly to 2499 Princes Highway, Clayton is where the problem seems to end, and it seems to start in Carnegie on the Princes Highway, Malvern East, Carnegie area. So from that area all the way through, there's a problem. So if you're a business in that area and you're not appearing in local search, it could be because of that. And if you are constantly getting lost in that area, it could be because of that. Now, being good digital citizens, we thought we would report this to Google because we want the maps data to be correct, right? So we went and did that, and we first reported it to Google My Business, and we also reported it to Google Maps. Google Maps came back and said, "Thank you for your submission." Google My Business came back and said, "Greetings for the day. Hope you are doing great. Smiley, we understand your concerns and will be happy to help. After having your account investigated, we could see that the Google Plus page for the business is all set to attract the potential customers for the business. Furthermore, we understand that you need desired search results for the business. Here is what I suggest. We could see the listing coming up on Maps even if we type the business name for you." What does that means is the listing has a very good web presence. Also, to make you understand, the ranking of the page is not in manual control. It's system driven. We appreciate your efforts to attach the screenshot of the listing when searched. We suggest you to work on the web ranking of the page as discussed in the earlier email, and I'm sure following those simple steps will definitely give you desired results. Google, seriously. Have you got Indian SEOs running your Google My Business help desk? Because that's rubbish. That's just nonsense. Hopefully we will get a better response from Google Maps. Hopefully that's helpful. We'll see you next week. Thanks very much. Bye.